Good evening and welcome. Would you all please rise as we recognize the Academy of Virginia Randolph's graduating class of 2019.
Good evening. I am Diamond Paget, the Senior Class President at the Academy at Virginia Randolph. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and welcome to Commencement 2019. Please be seated. Next, our proud principal, Mr. Jesse Casey, will introduce our special guest.
Thank you, Diamond. Good evening. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our special guest in attendance with us today. Would our guests please rise as I call your names? I ask the audience please hold its applause until everyone has been recognized. First, Reverend Roscoe Cooper III, member of Henrico County School Board representing the Fairfield District. Mr. Frank Thornton, member of the Board of Supervisors representing the Fairfield District. And Dr. Amy Cashwell, Superintendent, Henrico County Public Schools. Also on stage with us is Ms. Latoya Draper, our Associate Principal, Ms. Kelsey King, School Counseling Director, Ms. Diamond Paget, our AVR Class President, and Ms. Giselle Pittman, AVR Class Speaker for 2019. No climb towards success is made alone. No legacy is forged by just one person. We have an extraordinary faculty at the Academy of Virginia Randolph, and this graduating class is a reflection of their hard work and dedication. We are very proud of them. Would you join me in the class of 2019 in a well-deserved round of applause for our faculty? At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of his or her parents. We gratefully acknowledge you and your years of encouragement, patience, and love. If you are the parent of a member of our graduating class, please stand. We thank you for sharing your children with us. At this time, Reverend Cooper will deliver greetings from the school board.
To Mr. Casey and the phenomenal staff at the Academy of Virginia Randolph, and to you graduating class of 2019. It was Nelson Mandela who made the comment that education is the greatest weapon you have to change the world. As you sit in this auditorium this evening, this night represents not the end, but a brand new beginning. As you close one chapter and open another chapter, know that the sky is the limit and you need to dream beyond your reach, because if you can dream it, you surely can achieve it. So on behalf of the school board, our chairman, Mr. John Montgomery, and my peers, we congratulate you and we say Godspeed and have a good evening.
Now we will hear from Frank Thornton, Board of Supervisors, Fairfield District.
Good evening to this auspicious class of 2019. And on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, I want to leave you with a challenge. And that is, think about a creature called the bumblebee. The bumblebee, as you know, shouldn't be able to fly. His body is too large. But guess what? No one ever told the bumblebee that it could not fly. And every bumblebee that you see flies. So think about that. You have arrived for this graduation, and always remember the bumblebee, which is a creature of possibility such as you. Godspeed.
Thank you, Mr. Thornton. Now we will hear statements from our superintendent, Dr. Amy Cashwell.
Thank you. Good evening. Well, graduates of the class of 2019, it is an honor and a privilege to be able to share this special milestone with you and your families and staff. Everyone here has come together this evening to celebrate this milestone, this monumentous occasion. And as was stated in earlier remarks, that's a team effort, and I know that it doesn't come easy. So while you individually have put in lots of hard work and dedication when things were sometimes probably not really easy, you persevered and you've made it to today. And I know that that's in partnership with your families, your friends, your support mechanisms, and the tremendous staff seated here with you today, and many staff members and teachers that helped you along the way starting out in kindergarten. So whether you've spent your entire schooling in Henrico County or in other places, you know that along that journey in education, you were supported and helped by a number of individuals, all of whom are so proud of you and this accomplishment that you've reached tonight. And so, as I said, I know the road was probably not always an easy one, but nonetheless, here you are, you did it, you made it, and I hope that even despite maybe some of the challenges, that you made lots of positive memories and you have some tremendous experiences and lessons learned that you'll take with you onto the next steps along the way. So speaking of memories and milestones, there's a video that's been prepared for you to help you take a peek back at some of those memories and moments. So please enjoy, and congratulations again.
What I always remember about this place, the teachers who helped me and kept me out of trouble, who kept me on the right path, and who also gave me advice to be successful at this school.
I'm gonna miss some of the teachers and a few of my friends. People here are pretty crazy, I guess. I'm definitely gonna have some stories to tell.
The loudness is very loud. I guess our SOL celebrations that we have across the street, yeah, that would be fun.
This place taught me how to lay brick and how to good teamwork skill, how to move with a team.
I have a good time at this school.
There's a lot of teachers. I'm gonna name a couple. Mr. Robertson, his class is right over there. Mr. Davis, Mr. Gunner, Mr. Evans, Perry Jones, my mentor, that's my mentor.
Well, she new here, but Miss Brown, cause our bond with her is real good.
Mr. Robinson gave me my first job. And Miss Brown told me how to go ahead and how to get a job.
Miss King is kind of just, I don't know, her personality just keeps you going.
Mr. Evans' food, he have lunchbox every Wednesday.
My teacher, Klein, is kind of an inspiration, I guess. Definitely the best teacher I've ever had.
Teachers and the counselors and like the help that they gave us.
All of them did, so I'm gonna say I'm not sure about one of them.
Class of 2019, I just hope for everybody to have a good one.
Congratulations, we made it.
It's good knowing y'all.
And I wish all y'all the best of luck.
Congratulations to all seniors for 2019. It's a whole new world out there waiting for you, so thank you.
Class of 2019, we made it.
Happy graduation.
At this time, a member of the class of 2019, Ms. Giselle Pittman, will share words of reflection and encouragement.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, family and friends, and a great evening to the class of 2019. We're finally done, you guys. We've conquered everything thrown at us and made it to this special night. It may have felt like a forever, aka a freaking eternity, but we're here now. Even while we may have given up hope on ourselves, Virginia Randolph didn't lose faith in our future success. Last year I was in 9th grade, like no lie. I wasn't really taking my education seriously at my previous school. As a result, I ended up at AVR, and that turned everything around for me. Well, I remember coming to the orientation and not really feeling it. Then Miss King, the school counselor, told me I could graduate early if I got myself together. So I did. But I wouldn't have without the help of the inspiring people in my life. I've also had my own roadblocks, from being locked up many times to getting my heart broken, from experiencing depression to struggling to stay positive, but now I'm better than ever. I'm sorry. All right, let me keep going. I'm sorry. I know a lot of my classmates have a similar story or have felt the same way, but each and every one of us have surpassed the hell we went through. Whatever the devil thought you. Thank you. Whatever the devil thought he had in store for us did not work because we all. I'm sorry. Because we're all sitting here smiling and proud. And to all the parents and guardians, I know sometimes you guys considered putting us up for adoption, but you didn't. Thanks so much for everything you've done for us. To my fellow classmates, take a moment to let this big accomplishment sink in. Look at the gown you're wearing and feel the cap and tassel on your head and know that you made it. Don't think of this as the end of something. Think of it as the beginning of something great. From here, wherever you go, go with all your heart. As the wise Tupac said, no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Giselle, for a great speech. I can't think of a better moment now to turn to the most important part of the ceremony, the declaration of graduation and the presentation of diplomas. So I'm going to welcome back to the podium Reverend Cooper.
Let's give Mr. Casey a hand clap break. I'm indeed I'm honored and humbled, and I have this as a tremendous pleasure to now declare the graduates. Will the candidates for graduation please stand? Thank you all for clapping for me. I love you all too. I love you too. Platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Randolph County School Board, and on the recommendation of the faculty and administration, it is indeed a privilege and pleasure that I am able to now declare these candidates of the Academy at Virginia Randolph graduates, 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 graduates. With all rights, with all privileges, and all responsibilities appertaining to thereto, will the graduates please turn your tassels? You may be seated.
So that each family may hear the name of its graduate, we ask that you hold all applause until the last name has been called. We will be assisted by Mr. John Gordon, our English 12 teacher, who will read the students' names.
Sahid Dawood Albright. Diamond Deshay Allen. Cornelius Raheem Anderson. Edward Antoine Baker. Ryan Christopher Beggs. Cardasia Janique Bethea. Justin Trayvon Branch. Deja Brianne Bridges. Jonathan Terrell. Darius Iman Claiborne. Asia Diane Easley. Tyshawn Lamont Hawkins. Treasure Monet Micaiah Charmaine Mitchell. Eric William Martin. Raven Brightson Martin. John Melvin Merritt. Javante Giselle Sonia Pittman. Maya Monet Clark. Quadrica Rochelle Ross. Carlos Alexander Smith. Jarrell Lamar Taylor. Diamond Rochelle Torres. Gerald Cornell Ward.
Let's give another round of applause for our graduates. Class of 2019, how does it feel? So I want you to do something for me. One last thing. I want you to close your eyes. Come on, close your eyes for me. One last thing. I want you to take a deep breath. Let it out. Let's try to slow this moment down for a second. Some of you waited 3, 4, and some of you 5 years. It's okay. So let's pause. It belongs to you this moment. Everyone else will be okay. They can wait. All right, you can open your eyes. I wanted you to pause because your lives are truly going to change after this moment. I want you to think about that. Like really be different tomorrow, change, okay? So in my last opportunity to talk to you before you leave us for good, I want to talk to you about 2 things, change and choice. First, let's talk about change. If you Google the definition of the word change, here's what you might find. To make or become different, or to transform. A funny saying in our culture, often used by adults, and you can help me adults, you can count on 2 things in this world, death and taxes. However, wise people understand that the most inevitable thing in life you can count on is change. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus was famous for his insistence on ever-present change as being the fundamental essence of the universe. He said, the only thing that is constant is change. To further this philosophy, he also argued, No man ever steps in the same river twice. See, a river is always moving. Once you get out and step back in, the water you once stepped in is now gone and replaced with new water. Change. Life is always moving, just like a river. And trust me, trust your parents, your elders, life doesn't stop, and it only goes faster. Change happens to everybody and everything. Change can be good, change can hurt, change can make you sad, but change is necessary. Think about yourselves and your story that has led you here to graduation. Have you had to change, or were you changed in order to be in this moment? This is my 5th graduation with AVR, my 5th graduation speech, and a lot has changed in 5 years of Virginia Randolph. A lot is going to change as we go into a new school year. There are teachers and staff who you started your AVR journey with that are no longer here. There are staff here that helped build the AVR we now know that due to the forces of change are moving on. But are we doomed to the pressures of change and what change will bring to our lives? Some of you may be thinking, why is Mr. Casey being so negative? Hold on, because I have another word that I said I wanted to discuss, and that is choice. If you look up choice, you might find 2 definitions. An act of selecting or making a decision when faced with 2 or more possibilities, or a course of action, thing, or person that is selected or decided upon. I love looking up definitions because everything has meanings, and there's meanings within meanings and connections. There are 2 words or phrases that stand out to me in these definitions of the word choice: possibilities and course of action. I said change was inevitable, constant, necessary. It's going to happen. So how do you prepare for change? Do we just let it happen to us? Are we going to let change make or break you? Choices are another constant in life. Choices are caused by and create possibilities. Choices send us on courses of action that either weaken or strengthen us and can affect change. Every day, every moment, you are constantly making choices. You make small choices and you make huge choices. You've made some bad choices and you've made some good choices. Going forward, when you make choices, be sure to ask yourself, will this choice make me a better person? But then I want you to go deeper. Will this choice not only make me better, but will make the people around me better? For example, let me get a little personal. I said earlier this was my 5th graduation and my 5th graduation speech. Now, did I have to spend a lot of time working on a new speech for y'all? I mean, I could have pulled out year 1 and year 2, right? I mean, there's a lot of people here that weren't here when I made those first 2 speeches. 95% of the audience is new. I got a new superintendent. I got a new director of high schools. But would that be giving my best to you? You deserve my best, our best, just as we expect the best from you. Choices, think about it. Some of you chose to stand on that B hallway wall knowing you would be late to class, even though me, Mr. Tardy Sweet Man, right there, gonna be a what?
It's gonna be a Tardy Sweet.
Thank you. But you're here now because eventually you changed and you started to choose differently. You eventually chose to get to class on time. Some of you chose to start studying not harder, but the way you should have from the beginning for that SOL that you needed to pass. Think about it. How many of you finished that Edgenuity class? You began from September to May and you were about 10%, and those last 2 months you got it done, right? All right. Why did you choose that? Because you knew you had it too in order to be successful, in order to graduate. You made the right choice. So how do we best prepare for change? How do we make sure we're making the best choices? You root yourselves in education, in positive plans, in striving to be successful, in careers, and trying your best to be good people and being good to others. Today, with the culmination of your hard work as a graduate from this fine educational institution, you have laid a foundation for yourself, a springboard in which you wake up in the change that is about to occur. You will be much stronger, you will be better equipped and prepared to handle change. And if you continue to strive to be better for yourself and the lives of the ones around you, not only will you be able to handle change, but you will be able to affect change. And when you create the change in your life, that is winning. So, be prepared. Change is coming. It will wake you up in the morning tomorrow. Use it to motivate you. But remember, you have the choice, and choices that will also begin tomorrow that will define the rest of your life. Choose wisely, and as you have in these last few weeks to make it to graduation, stay ready. Will Smith once said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So before you leave today, you get to take one more thing with you, something that you get to carry, something that will always be a part of you, and I want you to hold it dear and use it as a badge of honor and pride. You now leave here bearing the legacy of Miss Virginia Randolph, one of the greatest educators in Virginia history. You are adding to the legacy. You are now part of a storied group who call themselves graduates of Virginia Randolph. Among these awesome senior class, 2 students were accepted to Richard Bland College. 10 students were accepted to local community colleges. 14 students have been offered jobs or are currently employed, 5 of which were employed through our CTE program and signed letters of intent on CTE signing day. 2 students will join the armed forces. 11 students graduated in just 3 years. Our students earned a combined scholarship and grant amount of over $51,000. So I'm going to conclude stating to you what I've told previous senior classes. Your diploma may say the name of another fine school in Henrico County. However, the soles of your feet know the halls you walked. Your eyes know the campus that gave you your vision. And your heart knows the strength was given to you from one place, Virginia Randolph. Take pride in the legacy you now bear and go forth and do great things in her name. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Virginia Randolph, congratulations to you, and now go and achieve your greatness.